And we are live here in beautiful Corona, California, between a matchup of the Arroyo Seco Sentinels and your Riverside Bulldogs. I'm Bradford Evans today, joined by none other than the illustrious Drew Knight. Drew, how's it going today?
It's going good. It's a hot one out here, but we're under the shade.
We're under the easy up. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah, so should be a good matchup.
Yeah, should be a good matchup. Both teams are struggling this season. The Riverside Bulldogs just have two conference wins, so they're ranked a little bit higher than maybe they should be. Compared to the other Sccbl teams, 2-7 entering today's game. Arroyo Seco not doing much better, 3-7 on the season. However, at Jackie Robinson Memorial Stadium yesterday, the Riverside Bulldogs lost 11-4 to the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. So their work will be cut out for them, Drew.
Yeah, and that was a game we weren't at it, but from what we've heard, errors once again really got to the Bulldogs late in the game. It was a close game in late innings when errors took over and the Sentinels ran away with the game. And so what we're hoping for today is some more solid defense than we've seen from the Bulldogs.
Defense and fielding has been a major problem for this Riverside Bulldogs team. Many errors, a plethora of them. However, they're hoping to get things back on track with Alfredo Paris on the mound, the Riverside Poly recent graduate, and
yes.
He's shown some good stuff, good control, and we'll see what he has here with the first person for Arroyo Seco tonight, Brandon Posovac. Brandon Posovac is doing very well, batting .417 so far. He's a great leadoff hitter, Drew.
Yeah, he is. He's been probably the best hitter for Arroyo Seco to this point in the tournament. He didn't have a great year last season,
and that's going to count as a ball. Alfredo Paris' first pitch.
Also not giving the hand signals.
Anything because we don't have the stream output. I can't get anything going on with my stream. Oh, we're live now. Pardon me.
We have some sketchy.
We apologize for the technical difficulties we've been having here. We are using a wireless hotspot that is not more reliable than a hardwire connection or normal Wi-Fi, but we're doing our best here to bring you Sccbl baseball.
I'll give you an update on what happened.
Update.
Johnny Mallett, the second batter, hit a double, his fifth hit in 12 at-bats. And then the next batter, Brock Bell, got hit by a pitch. So the bases are loaded. No runs have scored yet, but no outs have been recorded either. And our fourth batter, Matt Colomes, I believe.
And Matt Colomes up to bat here, the right fielder.
Sorry, you know what? Brock Bell is still up.
Brock Bell.
I guess maybe they called.
We're all over the place today.
Maybe they called he didn't move, didn't get, because he definitely got drilled by a pitch. But maybe they called that he didn't.
Maybe they said that he didn't get hit by a pitch, yes. As Brock Bell is still on the mound, or at the plate. Brock Bell, the third baseman. Runners on second and third. And there's a chopper over to the third base gap. That'll count as a run scored for Arroyo Seco. And that is number 4, Brandon Posovac, scoring once again for this Arroyo Seco's team, this Arroyo Seco Sentinels team, making it 1-0 in the top of the first inning here. Drew, what happened there?
He got hit by the pitch. They called him back, and he took advantage, got a base hit through the 5-6 hole, right past the diving third baseman, and it was better for Arroyo Seco in the end because he got an RBI out of it. And now it's first and third, nobody out.
And now due up the fourth batter in the lineup, right fielder Matt Colomes, pardon me. And that ball's shot over the right field gap, and we can't see it's out of the view. I think it's going to be a foul ball unless he caught it. We have absolutely no view of that play.
They called a foul ball on it.
Called a foul ball, but
Or,
the right fielder.
No, they called it out of play, but it was, I think it landed fair and went, I think they're calling it a ground rule double. And, yeah, again, we cannot see down the right field line there, so we apologize.
So we apologize about the technical difficulties that we're having, as well as the problems that we're having seeing the field of play. We are on the JV field of Santiago High School, the Santiago Sharks, one of the premier teams in Big 8 baseball.
By the bottom of the second inning, we'll have it all figured out. We'll be good to go.
And up to bat now is Jackson Critch. Jackson Critch, the shortstop, fouls one off on Alfredo Parras.
And this is another team, once again in this league, that is outnumbered the Bulldogs.
Yeah, close to 35 guys on this roster for the Sentinels, whereas the Riverside Bulldogs barely can muster up 20. So fatigue definitely plays a factor in a back-to-back game.
And this is Jackson Critch's first action in any of these games, and our Bulldogs have all played pretty much every game, minus a couple pitchers. They've been in all the time.
Which can be a blessing and a curse because you can develop some cohesion as well, right, Drew?
Yeah, and for these summer baseball leagues for college players, they're less about winning and losing and more about
Parras throw. It's popped up by number 19, Jackson Critch, over to shallow shortstop area, and it's collected by Sam Neufeld. 2 outs now. Alfred Parras finds himself in a bit of a hole with runners on second and third. Darren Tesson, the catcher, number 37.
But as I was saying, these summer collegiate leagues are less about winning and losing and more about developing yourself as a player and even getting noticed by scouts. So like the fact that the Bulldogs get to play a lot of games individually makes it beneficial for them because they get more chances to do better, more chances to get noticed, and more chances to improve their swing, their fielding, their pitching, whatever it is. You always want to play more to get better. And so with less people on the roster, they get a better chance of doing that.
Thank you. So that ball is popped up into the shallow center field gap, and there's going to be another run scoring here, 2 runs scoring actually, making it 4-0 with 1 out. Alfred Parras really struggling so far, Drew.
Yeah, they're hitting everything that he's pitching, and they're hitting into spots where we don't have fielders. So they're not always the best contact, but they're hitting gaps. That was more of a bloop single. We've had a ground ball single, and then even the double down the line was more of a fly ball.
And due up now is Jason Ajamian.
It's a tough name.
Ajamian, yeah, it's a very tough name, but that's what they bring us out to do. Pronounce the tough names. 4-0 here, 1 strike in this matchup. Jason Ajamian, the first baseman. Alfred Parras gets his first pitch, goes a strike, and there's a runner on second base. 4-0, 1 out in the top of the first inning. Parras delivers in the dirt. Breaking ball kind of slipped there, Drew.
Yeah, that he's having trouble locating his pitches early in this game, and that was no exception. Ajamian is still looking for his first hit. He's only had 4 at-bats this season, but...
And Parras delivers. It's fouled off by Ajamian. Foul tip, and Arroyo Seco has a little bit of history. Lots of, obviously Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier, is from Pasadena. He went to UCLA, so lots of history. They play in Jackie Robinson Memorial Stadium. So, just a testament to one of the all-time greats of the sport and of America.
Right. Jackie Robinson is an important figure in baseball, but...
And that ball is chopped over Sam Neufeld at shortstop, and he throws Jason Ajamian out, and the runner on second advances Jackson Critch to third. 4-0, 2 outs. Very big hole that the Riverside Bulldogs have dug themselves in so far here. Paris from the stretch delivers down in the dirt once again, but it's blocked by Chase Spider-Man Sebi. And we developed that nickname from him after watching 3 of his games so far. The guy can block just about anything. Really good catcher from Cypress College, and his brother, Reed Sebi, joined the team as well. And that ball's fouled over to right field. Foul tip out to the right.
Onto the Santiago Hill.
Onto the Santiago Hill.
The infamous.
It's 1-1 count here. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, 4-0 game. Paris delivers. That ball's chopped up, fouled over to the Santiago Hill once again.
Yeah. It's a ball magnet up there.
I mean, especially for batters that bat right? It's much easier to pull it wide than close, or than to left field.
Right.
On those foul tips.
And the wind, it's not blowing especially hard today, but when it does blow, it blows out that direction.
And that game we covered in Palm Springs is definitely a testament to how wind can affect a baseball game. And a breaking ball misses low. 2-1 count. 2-2 count. With Daniel Clore in a bit of a battle with Alfredo Paris. Paris delivers once again. That ball smacked over to center field. It'll be another run scored for Arroyo Seco as it's a single for Daniel Clore. 5-0. It's really ugly so far here from the Riverside Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that was a mistake with 2 strikes. It was right over the heart of the plate, and he drilled it up the middle. Hardest contact that the Sentinels have had all day.
Now due up, batting. Oh, they're already through their whole order here, Drew. That's bad news. Micah Lloyd. That's Micah Lloyd, the second baseman. Runner on first base, 5-0 game. If the Riverside Bulldogs are going to get into this game when their bats start swinging, they're actually going to have to start getting back into this really quickly, as it could get out of hand. As that San Diego Force game, 1 got out of hand because they had 4 runs scored on them in the first inning. And there's a big swing there by Micah Lloyd, and he misses.
And this is an even bigger deficit to try to overcome, as it's 5-0 very early in this one.
Alfred Paris checks to first, delivers, misses outside. And it's a 1-2 count here. So Alfred Paris might have a chance of redemption here if he can get Micah Lloyd out with Daniel Clore on first. And that ball misses. It's a 2-2 count now. 5-0 game. Top of the first. 2 outs.
And Lloyd is another guy looking for his first hit of the year. He's only had 3 at-bats. But this is a good game to do it.
Micah Lloyd fouls that one off over to the portables.
And over
beyond
the
Bulldogs. Yeah, over the probably hit the next row of portables. Still a 2-2 count. Micah Lloyd of Scottsdale Community College. Traveled a ways. He's probably a local kid though, so
he's used to the heat.
That's for sure. He's
not
affected at all if he lives in Scottsdale. Paris once again. Stares down the batter, delivers. That ball's fouled off. Michael Lloyd's never going to get off the plate, it seems. Yeah, the wind is not as big of a factor as in Palm Springs naturally, because you kind of deal with that valley influx of wind out in Palm Springs. It could get really bad. I mean, on the drive home, our car almost blew over. So, nice to not have to deal with that as Alfredo Parras checks to first base. Just making sure Daniel Clore stays honest. And Parras delivers, and that ball's grounded over to the Arroyo Seco Sentinels dugout. Still 2-2.
Heck of a battle being put up by Lloyd, fouling off pitch after pitch.
Very difficult hole that the Riverside Bulldogs have put themselves in. 5-0 game here. And he walks Micah Lloyd. Runners on first and second here. Clore and Lloyd. And up to bat once again, he already scored Brandon Posovac.
Now batting number 4, Brandon Posovac.
Brandon Posovac, their most dangerous hitter. As I said, batting .417, but it went up a little bit as he got on base last time with a nice base hit, a nice double. Posovac batting for the second time in this inning. Runners on first and second. Posovac elects to watch that pitch. The breaking ball for a strike, 0-1 count. And once again, Parras really struggling here in the first inning. Parras delivers high for a ball, 1-1. We've had a great variety of umpires so far. We've got a really loud umpire that screams strikes, he even screamed ball, and we have this ref, he's quite quiet.
Yeah, he's not giving us much to work with.
Which is very difficult when you're trying to call a game. And that ball's smacked over to left field, and there's a runner that runners elect not to go home. Bases are loaded now. They're hitting everything off of him so far, Drew.
Yeah, and he's drilling them. He's throwing it right over the heart of the plate, and they're drilling everything he's pitching.
And there's going to be a quick mound visit between Sebi, Gio Villanueva, and Chris Joyce, just seeing what's going on with him. Pitching really has been a difficult task for this Riverside Bulldog team. They have about 5 pitchers on the team. Maybe that's playing a little bit of a factor, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, they got to be getting tired, but at the same time, they're tired because they have these bad outings and more pitchers have to come in.
That is exactly right. And
right now, this is Parra's battle. He
has to stay through it because we don't have the depth to just switch him out. 3 pitchers pitched last night in last night's game, so that leaves 2-3 pitchers that can maybe pitch today. So they're going to just have to ride or die with Alfred Parras, and Parras is going to have to deliver here as it's 5-0 in the top of the first inning. Not the way you want to start out a baseball game. Johnny Mallett, the center fielder, up again. And Parras misses once again. His location today has not been A1.
And this could get way out of hand, even more so if he doesn't get this batter out right here.
Bases are loaded, and there's a chopper over to Sam Neufeld. Neufeld goes for the easy out on third and gets the force out. That's number 12, Michael Lloyd, who's tagged out by Gio Villanueva. Top of the first inning is over. Not a very good inning, though. 5-0 game here, Drew. We will be back momentarily with the conclusion of the first inning. And we're back here live in beautiful Corona, California. It's San Diego High School, a 5-0 game. Riverside Bulldogs down to the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. Alfred Parras having a difficult outing, pitching 45 pitches in the top of the first inning. Not the efficiency you would look for, right, Drew?
No, he gave up 5 runs on 6 hits, and I think there was at least two or three walks / hit by pitches. So, I mean, it could have been a worse inning, but not by much.
Not by much, exactly. And on the mound today is the giant. He looks like he's about 6'5", David May. David May pitching from Azusa Pacific, our old rival of you guys, Drew, before they went to the NCAA. Drew, of course, my partner, goes to Biola University.
And Biola is back in the NCAA this year. It'll be our first year back, and so Azusa will be a renewed rivalry.
And Nate Munoz is up to bat here, leading off. He was struggling at the beginning of the season. We talked about his struggles earlier, just fielding and batting, but he's really just he's on fire right now. He had 4 hits on Tuesday, and he was the only multi-hit hitter against Arroyo Seco yesterday. And I talked to him earlier. He's just talking about he took 2 weeks off after he was done with Bethesda University, and just really had to get his land legs underneath him.
Yeah, and so far he's had hard contact. There have been some foul balls, but he just drilled one down the right field line foul.
And they will need production from Nate Munoz today if they're to get back into this 5-0 game so far. In the bottom of the first inning, David May delivers once again high. 2-2 count.
And David May is bringing it. He is throwing some heat.
Yeah, big kid, really long legs. Looks like he's almost on stilts. And that ball's hit, fouled off, over to shallow first base.
And you can tell
2-2 count.
You can tell how fast May is throwing based. I mean, he passes the eye test, but also Munoz is fouling everything off to the right side, so he's behind it.
And Munoz really having a good couple games here. Looking to continue that, and he swings hard there, but David May just gasses it past him for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, the high heat got him there, and
Batting second,
looks like May's going to be sticking with that heat for a while. He threw a lot of fastballs in that at bat.
It's number 2, Aaron Halpert, up to bat, the second baseman. Aaron Halpert, another good player, goes to Cypress College. Has shown some ability to field and hit.
And he just took a first pitch ball that I don't know where it missed.
And there's a 1-0 count. David May delivers again, but it's chopped up to third base. Arroyo Seco will throw him out for a routine grounder, given over to number 21, Jason Ajimian, for the second out. So 1, 2, 3 innings. Maybe this is just a home theme because last time we were at home, 1, 2, 3 innings in both the games against the San Diego Force were frequent.
Yeah.
And now up to bat, batting third. He's been really invaluable to the Riverside Bulldogs, is none other than Zach Bowman. Zach Bowman playing first base today. Really good job so far in this young season.
Yeah, Bowman has brought a lot of the power that we've seen from Riverside and some good defense as well.
Bowman actually had a home run against San in the first homestand.
It was a game-tying home run in a game that was very close, not like this one.
But the Riverside Bulldogs are definitely hoping to get this one close again, but they're going to need more than just a 1, 2, 3 inning to get that, obviously. Bowman fouls it off. And that one skies beyond the tall gate protecting the backstop, or protecting home plate.
And you get the feeling that if they're going to come back in this game, they're going to have to scratch and claw for runs.
With the way May is pitching, at least with the eye test, he's really, really just throwing it, but he throws a wild pitch there as we lay a little bit of early praise on him. He throws a wild pitch, but nobody's on, so it doesn't really penalize him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. David May of Azusa Pacific University Pitches once again, misses, and pardon me, it was not one ball. It was he's walked now. So one runner on base in a 5-0 game, 2 outs.
Batting fourth,
Riverside
catcher,
Bulldogs.
Chase Sccbl.
Now due up is Spider-Man Chase Sccbl, the catcher. Done a really good job. Has been a great asset to this team, especially with how the pitching has been sometimes not the best pitching from this Riverside Bulldogs team. Lots of pitches missing high and away, and he's done a very good job so far of making sure that those don't get past him.
Yeah, and Chase Sccbl has
Sccbl pops that one up, and it's in play. It's going to get run down by David May. David May at the last second catches it.
got caught
One
in the
runner
sun.
left on. Yeah, got caught in the sun. Those are always dangerous. But the first inning ends in favor of the Arroyo Seco Sentinels. It's a 5-0 game here. One runner left on. And we will be back momentarily with the second inning. Back here live at San Diego High's Fornia, 5-0 game here. Brock Bell due up for the Arroyo Seco Sentinels, and Alfred Paris is still in the game. Alfredo Paris, pardon me. 45 pitches in that first inning. Chris Joyce came up and talked to us just to get the stats as to see how long he's going to leave him in this game, and Alfred Paris just missing high. Chase Sccbl just nabs that so it doesn't go past him.
And he needs a bounce-back inning after last inning, and he's not starting off how he wants
Paris
to.
delivers slow out to the left edge, misses for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And now once again, Paris delivers, and that ball's smacked over to left field. Left fielder's going to try to run it down. Routine fly ball. And thanks to Jesse Villalobos, that gives the Riverside Bulldogs their first out of the inning.
That's good to get a quick out like that, but he definitely hit the ball hard. And he's probably not going to want to leave pitches there. But in the scorebook, that's an out.
Due up now, right fielder, number 55, Matt Colomes. And Alfred Paris once again misses in the dirt for the first ball of this at-bat. Paris delivers once again, misses in the dirt. It's like deja vu seeing this happen.
And he's fallen behind most of the hitters so far, and that's not, no matter even if you get outs to start off.
And Alfredo
if you consistently fall behind in the count, you're not going to.
Alfredo Parrish just bites his shirt, really frustrated with his pitches not landing in the strike zone. And he's going to walk his third batter, and it's only been 2 innings here. Maybe a pitching change will come, but like we talked about, the Riverside Bulldogs are ill-equipped to handle frequent pitching changes.
And they're just going to let Parrish go. I don't think at this point it's about results. It's about pitch count because they don't even have anyone warming up right now. They don't have the luxury of having pitchers to spare. So this is Parrish's battle, and he's got to keep fighting.
Jackson Critch up to bat, the shortstop. Got on base last time, but then again, who didn't in that first inning? Runner on first base, that being Matt Colomes. And takes a little bit of a lead off from first, and that ball slapped over to left field, and Jesse Villalobos can't get that one. It goes out of the park there to make it a 7-0 game. Alfredo Parrish just getting rocked here early. That ball was just tattooed over there. No hope for Jesse Villalobos to get it. 7-0 game here, and it could get ugly.
Yeah, earlier in the inning, Brock Bell hit a fly ball to left field that it looks like he just missed. And then Jackson Critch comes up and has the same contact but doesn't miss and just smoked that ball over the left side.
Yeah, there was no hope for anybody in that park. I mean, you'd have had to be another area code to get that one. If you were the Riverside Bulldogs, that one was hit very far. And due up now is Darren Tesson, the catcher. 7-0 game here, bottom of the second inning. This game has slipped away so far, but the Riverside Bulldogs need to battle back and get quick outs if they're to get back into this game, right, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, they're in a hole, and you can see it on their faces, but if they, it's a long game.
That ball's hit over to right field, shallow right field, and right fielder can't see it. But Max Mikrovich looks like he gets it. He gets the out there, make it 2 outs there, but the runner advances. Darren Tesson.
No,
pardon me.
That ball dropped.
Yeah, he dropped it. Max Mikrovich, as we've alluded to earlier, we can't see the things over in right field. Max Mikrovich could not field that one. It counted as a drop ball, and because of it, Darren Tesson advances to second base in a 7-0 game in the top of the second inning. Jason Ajamian due up now. Ajamian fouls this one up, and thankfully we have the easy up because that one could land on top of my head and ends up not hitting any of us in the head. So there are positives to be taken of this game if you support the Riverside Bulldogs.
Yeah, so far they haven't hit the announcers, so
I'm sure that day will come. Runner on second, 7-0. Arroyo Seco leads, and Alfredo Parrish just checks second base, keeping Darren Tesson honest.
And when the Bulldogs have given up a lot of runs so far this season, it has been in large part due to their defense. Today, it is not. Their defense hasn't made mistakes. It's just been poor pitching and a lot of hits by Arroyo Seco.
Alfredo Parrish really needs to buckle down here and get under control. That ball smacked over to behind the fence. That's going to hit a car, it seems like. No car alarm, so I guess it doesn't. Thankfully for Jason Ajamian, he doesn't have to pay for somebody's car to be repaired.
That's one of the hazards of baseball.
Alfredo Parrish misses.
Compared to other sports. You're not going to go to a basketball game and have your car be endangered.
It's a 2-2 count here. Ajamian, who couldn't get on last time out, looking to get on here with a runner on second base, 7-0 game. And that ball's missed low again, 3-2 count. Runner Runner on second base. Paris checks to second and goes. Ball's fouled off by Jamian. And a nice little battle here by the first baseman of Arroyo Seco.
He's chatting with the umpire. I don't know what this conversation is about. I don't know if it was friendly or if there was a complaint, but it was interesting. It was kind of prolonged.
Paris once again. That ball smacked over to left field. It could go out again. Alfredo Paris gives, that ball's actually in. It hits the warning track, but a run is going to score, and Jaimin's going to get a double.
Off the bat, that looked like a home run.
Yeah, that ball soared.
It hit high off the fence, I think. It's hard to tell because it's a chain link fence, and it's hard to tell if that ball goes past it or if it hits it. But that ball was once again smoked.
And now it's an 8-0 game. Another runner scores here.
And still,
3 runs scored in this inning.
Still no one warming up.
And Alfredo Paris really struggling so far here for the Riverside Bulldogs. Oh, that ball's smacked over to left field. It'll be a single, maybe a double. Jesse Villalobos trips, but gets it back. It'll be a double. Gives it to Sam Neufeld. A runner scores, making it 9-0. And might I remind you, there is no mercy rule in the Sccbl.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for the Bulldogs because every ball that's been hit so far has been hit solid, and unless it's right out someone, there's not a chance that out's there. So
8-0 game here, 2 outs, or 9-0 game, pardon me, 2 outs.
There's actually only 1 out.
1 out, pardon me. And Alfredo Paris misses high again.
Feels like at this point there should be 2 outs, but it's just a long inning again.
Long innings on defense and short innings at bat is a theme that the Riverside Bulldogs have unfortunately had to undergo, as that ball's fouled over to behind the Bulldog bullpen. Micah Lloyd, who got on base last time, with Daniel Clore at second. 9-0 game, 1 out. Once again, Lloyd, oh, that ball misses, but Sebi blocks it. Sebi from Huntington Beach. His brother Reed, we might see him. He said he's going to pitch an inning today. Just graduated high school and is headed to Cypress College to play with his brother.
It looks like Reed Sebi is actually just getting warm in the pen right now.
And they will need Reed Sebi to be reliable here. And there's a big swing, big hack by Micah Lloyd. He doesn't get anything on it. Nice smack of the leather there for the strike. And now Paris deals once again. Goes low and strikes out Micah Lloyd. Micah Lloyd, a nice little pitch there. We haven't been able to heap praise on Alfredo Paris so far, but that was a good battle against Micah Lloyd. 2 outs now. Brandon Posovac up for the 3rd time in 2 innings.
And he's already been on base twice with a walk and a hit.
Posovac. Breaking ball counts as a strike. Fooled Posovac. 0-1 count. And Paris laboring. Oh, that ball's left. It's a breaking ball over to the center fielder, and it will be caught for the end of the inning. Nate Munoz tracks that one down. It's a 9-0 game. 4 runs scored in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll head to the 3rd inning, or to the bottom of the 2nd inning after this. And we're back here live with the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting number 7.
Number 7, Gio Villanueva.
And after 1.5 innings, it's already taken 45 minutes. It wouldn't be out of the question that we
That ball's
reach.
popped up over to right field, out of play. Go ahead, Drew.
It wouldn't be out of the question that we reach the 3-hour time limit in this one. There's a called strike. And it's Gio Villanueva down 0-2 quickly. He takes a ball outside.
And David May just delivering heat there. Ball's fouled off by Villanueva. If he's Hispanic, I would assume that it's Villanueva. And that ball's delivered in. Nice breaking ball. Almost hits the dirt, but that makes Gio Villanueva, the third baseman, walk
Now
back
batting
to his
number
dugout.
19, right
It's a
fielder,
9-0
Max Markovich.
game.
Yeah, he was fooled on that one. He swung and
Really nice breaking ball,
he
though,
was
right, Drew?
out in front of it. Yeah, it was a great pitch. And now we've seen both the hard fastball and the nice breaking ball. I think it's a curveball from May.
And due up now for the Riverside Bulldogs is Kyle Kayberry, the U of R product, batted .274 last year with
It's
the
actually
Bulldogs.
Mikrovic.
Max Mikrovic, pardon me. We're all over the place today. Max Mikrovic lost that ball in the sun. And check swings there, doesn't go. 1-1 is the count. One out. And David May flares one past Max Mikrovic once again. And big swing there for the out. Max Mikrovic, another breaking ball.
Another good curveball by David May.
Now batting number 2, left fielder, Jesse Valabalos.
Now up to bat is Jesse Villalobos, the left fielder. Villalobos. Big swing there. Just passed him for a strike.
I like the approach, though, with a guy like May on the mound who has a fastball and a curveball. You want to attack early when you see that fastball.
And at this point, when it's 9-0, you got to find anything to get back into this game, right, Drew?
Right. And it's not easy, especially with a guy like May on the mound.
1-1 count here. Big swing again. Really aggressive at bat for Jesse Villalobos.
And we'll see if May can complete the hat trick for the inning with another breaking ball strikeout here.
If Villalobos were to get on, Kyle Kayberry would be on next.
Another fastball from May. So it's 2-2, but we haven't seen the curveball this at bat. Maybe he'll.
Could it be here? And he steps off the mound, David May, just to wipe the sweat off his brow. Takes a big sigh from the windup now. David May with those long legs. Delivers and just blows it past Jesse Villalobos for another 1-2-3 for a 1-2-3 inning.
With 3 strikeouts, a great inning for May.
And it's a 9-0 game here. Really ugly for the Riverside Bulldogs so far. What are they going to need to do to get back into this game as we head to the top of the third inning?
They got to limit the damage. They can't have another inning where they give up that many runs, and they just got to start scoring. They got to put the ball in play and hopefully get on base and get some runs.
And it's a 9-0 game, as we just reiterated. Very unfortunate game for the Riverside Bulldogs, who need this with a 2-7 record. We will be back with the top of the third inning in a moment. And we head to the top of the third inning with a new pitcher, Reed Sccbl, Chase Sccb's brother. Maybe there will be some chemistry between Chase and Reed. And Johnny Mallett is up to bat.
It's fun to see a pitcher catcher.
And Mallett hits that one foul over the right-hand side. Drew, what were you saying?
It's fun to see this pitcher catcher battery here is two brothers. And so, like you said, maybe there's some chemistry there.
Chemistry is definitely needed with this team, who definitely can't pack it in. It's very early in the season, but it's not the start that they'd hoped to have here. And you talked about it earlier. Summer ball is a little bit different. You're more here for the reps rather than the wins and losses. But I'm sure some of these guys want to take pride in win.
You don't want to lose any game 9-0 or further.
Reed Sccbl. Oh, there's an error by Sam Neufeld as that ball is grounded past him. You don't see that very often. The surefire glove of Sam Neufeld. Neufeld tried to just nonchalantly walk up to that ball and get the grounder, and he couldn't, and a runner, because of it, Johnny Mallett is on for the third time.
And that's too bad because, you know, a new pitcher comes in, he gets soft contact, should have been an out, and we make the first error of the game.
And Reed Sccbl with a quick pickoff move over to Zach Bowman. 9-0 game here, top of the third inning. No strikes in this at-bat, no balls either. And there's a ball there. Reed Sccbl misses high as it was at the brow of Brock Bell.
And Reed Sccbl is in here to limit the damage. You know, he's getting his innings in. Hopefully he can keep them from scoring, and he does his job on the first batter, and the defense messes it up.
Talking with Reed a little bit earlier as that ball's popped up to shallow center field. Halpert and Munoz communicate there. Munoz comes out with a routine routine fly ball from center field to make it one out on the inning. But I was talking about it earlier. Reed was saying, yeah, I'm going to pitch an inning today. He didn't really talk about pitching an entire game, and he might have to.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one else warming, and they can't really afford to have anyone else warming. So they hoped for a better outing from Paras. They didn't get it. Maybe Sccbl can stretch himself a little bit, and so far through two batters, he's looked better than Paras did, and maybe he can continue it.
Matt Colomes up again, the right fielder. And we'll see how Reed Sccbl fares with a nice pitch there, but it's blooped over to right field for a single, and the runner on second is going to run to third. But, oh, there's a nice little pickoff move at first almost. Zach Bowman almost gunned down Matt Colomes, who got off and led a little bit, trying to run to second. But
it's not a play you see very often because you focus on the lead runner. But he led off a little too far from first base, and they almost got the back pick there, Mikrovic to Bowman, but he was able to slide in safely.
And now up is Jackson Critch. Critch hit a homer last time out. And now he faces Chase Sccbl, sees if he can test his luck again and get another hit or maybe even a home run. Runner on first and third. 9-0 game. Reed Sccbl pitching to his brother Chase Sccbl, the duo from Huntington Beach. Breaking ball delivered by Reed. Misses for a ball.
Reed's hoping for a ground ball double play right here. Get him out of the inning unscathed.
And Sccbl, just another pickoff move, trying to keep Matt Colomes honest. And that ball's chopped over to the second baseman, Aaron Halpert, for the double play. It will be turned. Sam Neufeld, Aaron Halpert, and Zach Bowman looking good there in the double play. And you called it, Drew. You said they needed a double play. And that's exactly what they needed to do.
Exactly what they wanted. Exactly what they needed to get through the inning and their first scoreless inning.
Yeah, so a quick inning for the Riverside Bulldogs after Alfredo Paris pitched on upwards of 50 pitches in 2 innings. Reed Sccbl coming in looking good. So we'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd inning in a moment. And we are back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sam Neufeld is up. Or pardon me, that's actually Kyle Kayberry. My mistake, Kyle Kayberry.
Now batting number 3, designated hitter, Kyle Kayberry.
Kyle Kayberry, his first time up. And he smacks that one over to the gap. Right fielder playing shallow, but that's one almost went out. Hits the warning track. Kyle Kayberry's going to get to second base. A really good hit. Takes the first pitch and just yonks it over to the right field.
Yeah, he drilled that ball. It hit the top of the fence, and he hit it so hard that the outfield got to it so quickly. He almost could have been thrown out at second. There was no one covering, luckily for him. But
and now due up is Sam Neufeld. Sam Neufeld making that error earlier, but usually a surefire fielder. Struggles with the stick a little bit, but he's coming into his own. And we'll see if Sam Neufeld can get Kyle Kayberry home as he takes a big pitch on David May. And we're talking about David May during the break, and we said he looked unhittable. He just looked awesome. All his stuff was just really nice. And lo and behold, Kyle Kayberry's on base, and Sam Neufeld can do the same with no outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And Kayberry did what you got to do against pitchers like May. He took the first pitch. It's going to be fast, but it's going to be there, and he drilled it to the right center field gap. And
another swing by Neufeld. It's 0-2 in the count. Go ahead, Drew. Pardon me.
And yeah, so that's what you got to do against Kayberry. If you get behind him, he's got too much stuff to be able to put you away with.
And David May misses again. So it's a 1-2 count here. Kyle Kayberry in scoring position. 9-0 game. Bottom of the 3rd inning. May looks to second. then delivers a nice breaking ball, strikes out Sam Neufeld. That one sunk right before our eyes. I would have swung at that. Everybody would have swung at that one.
And Neufeld stood there for a second, just kind of like, what just happened? He was fooled.
And Neufeld was completely perplexed and didn't know what hit him there.
Now batting number 6.
One out.
Nate Munoz.
Nate Munoz. Nate Munoz due up now. Struck out in his first appearance at the plate. But, you know, Munoz, as I talked earlier, has 6 hits in 2 games. And K-Berry steals third.
Huge
Catcher
jump.
doesn't even elect to go to him, and that's some wide receiver speed. Of course, Kyle K-Berry, wide receiver at the University of Redlands, as well as a baseball player.
Yeah, he had a huge jump there. Was reading the pitcher. The pitcher was not paying attention to him, and they were yelling from the dugout for him to step off, and he had it easy. He didn't have to slide, but he did.
And Munoz once again, that one's hit over to left field, but it's going to fly into the glove of Brandon Posovac. And Kyle K-Berry will score on that, though. So the Riverside Bulldogs are on the board. Nice sac fly by Nate Munoz. And Kyle K-Berry comes home for a 9-1 game.
And that stolen base made that run possible. If he was on second base, he wouldn't have even been able to move up. So that's what base running can do for you.
Aaron Halbert.
And now Aaron Halpert due up and grounds that one to the shortstop of the Arroyo Seco, thrown out. Swings the first pitch and is out of the first pitch. 1 run scored in this inning for Arroyo Seco, for the Riverside Bulldogs against Arroyo Seco. And we'll be back with the top of the 4th inning, and hopefully for the Riverside Bulldogs, things will go a little bit better. Don't go anywhere. And it's the top of the 4th inning. Reed Sebi in the game in relief for Alfredo Paris, who had a rough go of things, allowing
9 runs.
allowing 9 runs in 2 innings pitched. So very, very rough inning as we head to the top of the 4th here. Number 37, Darren Tesson.
Number 37, Darren Tesson.
Darren Tesson faces Reed Sebi for the first time.
Sebi had a good first inning. The only base runner came on an error. Or sorry, there was a hit also, but he got it the double play ball to end it. So it was a scoreless inning. Hopefully he can do the same here.
That ball's delivered, chopped over to second base. It's going to split through the gap as Aaron Halper can't get to it. Goes for a single to Tesson. Tesson rounds to second, but elects to just stay at first. Good